How's it going, fellow Planeswalkers? Today, I bring another cool brew just for you. And this one's being called Anti Creature. Now, this deck pleases me greatly. So it's been a while since I put together a deck that I really felt pretty good about. And this is one of them. So I'm calling it Anti Creature because I'm going to show you right now, actually. You know what? What the hell? Let's get right into the breakdown. Before I do, once again, I want to give you guys a reminder to subscribe if you haven't yet. And here we go. So we have one Omen Speaker, two Sage Row Savants. This is pretty much does the same thing. I'm playing this for the same purpose. When they come into the battlefield, I get to scry two. This is really cool because this helps me fix what's coming my way, and that's pretty key in this deck. I actually like Omen Speaker better than Sage Row Savant. It seems Sage Row Savant is more of an aggressive creature with 2 power and 1 defense, whereas she's more of a defensive at a 1/3. Now, this deck I like to play more defensive. In fact, it is a defensive deck in its very nature. So I would put more Omen Speakers, but alas, once again, I am a free-to-play player, and I don't have an unlimited supply of wild cards. So, yeah, we're going to have to make do with what we have. So we have 2 Sage Row Savants, 2 Surge Mirrors. So I'm running the Surge Mirror to have as a blocker. In fact, you know what? I think I have a better 2-drop for that. I think I'm just going to go and put in 2 Merfolk Tricksters. I think it works out a bit better for this deck scheme. So, so we have 2 Merfolk Tricksters now. We just did a quick switcheroo. Then we have 2 Walls of Lost Thoughts. I would absolutely be playing 4 of these if I had, but I don't. So 2 is going to have to do. 3 Senate Guild Mage. This card is actually pretty clutch in this deck, especially because I'm holding the opponent at bay, and this either gives me the opportunity to gain 2 life or to draw a card, which, by the way, I mean, from when I was practicing this deck, it really helps out. This drawing of the card could give you the game, essentially. We have 2 Forbidding Spirits. I would maybe even put in a 3rd, but I think 2 is good right now. Before I go any further, by the way, I'm going to give you guys a disclaimer. This deck absolutely shuts down White Weenie. So whenever you go up against White Weenie, it's very enjoyable to see how this pans out. We have 4 Exclusion Mages, 1 Jace Cunning Castaway. This card really isn't necessary in this deck, but you know me. I like to throw in cards into decks that don't otherwise get played, and you know, I have this in my collection, and I'm thinking, fuck it, let's play Jace Cunning Castaway. We have 1 Dovin the Grand Arbiter. This is a great 3-drop Planeswalker. 2 Ajani Adversary of Tyrants. Now, this is one of the win conditions over here. So if you haven't deduced it as of yet, what I'm intending to do, but now that you look at Baird, Steward of Argive, it probably gives you it away. So, Ajani Adversary of Tyrants, my win condition over here is to get his emblem out. -7, it's actually not that hard to do with Forbidding Spirit, Exclusion Mages, and Baird, Steward of the Argive. So, if I didn't... Okay, sorry, I made a mistake. I went over Forbidding Spirit and I didn't even tell you guys what it does. So, here we go. It reads off like this. For 3 mana, it's a 3/3 creature, which is pretty cool in white. When Forbidding Spirit enters the battlefield, until your next turn, creatures can't attack you or a planeswalker you control unless the controller pays 2 mana for each of those creatures. So this is why it shuts down those White Weenie decks and the more aggressive decks or creature-intensive decks, because they have to pay a huge tax to attack me. 2 for every creature. Now, this only applies for the turn after it comes into the battlefield. Fine, I hear that. But that's where Baird, Steward of Argive comes in. This is a 4-drop, 2/4, legendary creature. I wish it wasn't legendary, else I'd be playing probably 3 copies. Creatures can't attack you or a planeswalker you control unless the controller pays 1 for each of those creatures. So now, you know, they could swarm the board, let's say in White Weenie, having 3 mana, and then they have the City's Blessing. You know, they have like 8 creatures down on the field, but they can't do nothing now because they have to pay a tax, which is great. Then we have Ajani Adversary of Tyrants. As I said, my whole intent, one of my win conditions over here is to get his emblem and then take it home from there. We have 4 Conclave Tribunals. This works out really great in this deck. It works out better than Ixalan's Binding. yeah, I'm definitely gonna stick with the Conclave Tribunals. 2 Settle the Wreckages, 1 Sphinx of New Prav. Once again, this is just to throw in a card that doesn't typically get played. I don't see it get played much. I've seen it get played a little bit, but not too much. It's a Flying Vigilance Flyer for 4 mana, 4/3. Spells your opponent casts that target Sphinx of New Prav cost 2 more to cast. So once again, I'm making the opponent pay taxes to either attack or do some removal, and this is where it gets really interesting. Helm of the Host. If you throw Helm of the Host on Forbidding Spirit, there ain't nothing the opponent can do in terms of attacking. That's it. He's done. He's locked up. The game's over. You could get it on Wall of Lost Thoughts. You can mill him out slowly if that's how you want to play it. You could do it on Exclusion Mage and just run a cycle, throwing his stuff back into his hand. But the best is when you get on Baird, Steward of Argive. It just compiles. That's it. He can't do anything to you. It's just great. Then we have 2 Cleansing Novas. And the real kicker, this is my second win condition, Azer the Lawbringer. So if you get Azer the Lawbringer down and get Helm of the Host, which I've done a few times, let me tell you, the satisfaction you experience is akin to settling the wreckage when your opponent attacks him with 20 creatures. That's how epic it is. And then we have just a assortment of lands. We have 9 plains, 9 islands, 2 glacial fortress, 1 hallowed fountain, 4 meandering rivers. Naturally, if I had more of these bad boys, I just throw these in. I would take out the meandering rivers just for some more consistency. Sometimes you could get tied up a bit with the Merfolk Tricksters, or in my case where I was playing it before, I was playing that Surgemere. Being that it's two blue, I find it's easier to get 1 of each than to get 2 of the same. But anyway, that's enough for this deck guide. Let's get right up into the gameplay. Let's go into Anti-Creature round 1. So let's hope that we're matched up greatly. I feel like obviously it's going to fall prey to a couple of decks. I find that maybe stuff like Drake's, whereas in Drake's deck, no, I'm not going to keep this. I don't have any early plays. Where in a Drake deck, you know, they could have 1 Drake down and just hit you up like that. Yeah, they're not worried so much about paying taxes. I mean, I do have Exclusion Mages, which is good. It's not the best start having 2 Glacial Fortresses, but oh well. Ideally, I'll draw a normal land. I'll actually throw down the Sagero Savant right now and then fix what's coming my way. Perfect. Okay, I'm happy with this. By the way, this is another instance as to why the Omen Speaker would have been a better card. Okay, so I'm going to throw Baird, Steward of Argive on the bottom. I'll actually keep the Helm. I'm going to keep the Helm of the Host over here. I think next turn I'm going to go for the Senate Guild Mage. Hopefully by then I'm actually going to draw into a 4th land, and then I'll just throw down a Johnny, and we'll start sprucing up these guys. And we'll also have a Helm of the Host. Okay, so he has a Tithe Taker now. How do I want to play it? Yeah, you know what? I might as well do the Exclusion Mage. I'm going to Exclusion Mage this guy, throw it back into hand. Ideally right now, I'm going to want to get another land and get a Johnny down. Perfect, I made him waste up 2 mana again. If I could get a land now, oh man, okay, so it wasn't the ideal land, but we're starting to build up quite the defense over here. This is good because it's going to protect my Ajani. That works out nicely. Let's just hope he doesn't throw down something too powerful. I'm curious to see what he's going to do. Splendid Angel, so that's not good for me. If that's the case, I may just have to go for Helm of the Host. Yup, I'm going to have to do Helm of the Host. I'm going to have to get that on the Exclusion Mages before I start playing around with throwing down my Ajani. He may take this opportunity to remove the Exclusion Mage. I'm not so worried about his attack. I'm going to just tap this and gain 2 life, so I'll stave off some of the damage gained. Some of the damage that I got. Okay. So here's the play. I want him to use up at least 3 of his mana. Okay. So he didn't use up 3 of his mana. That was smart, because I know if I go ahead and pay the cost for Helm of the Host now, he's just going to remove the creature that I'm going to attach it to. Oh, I made a mistake. I could have tapped this for 2. That was stupid. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the Exclusion Mage. I'm going to hit up this Resplendent Angel back into hand. And then, depending on what he does, I'm going to throw down the Ajani. So this is a good position that I'm in anyway, because he's going to try to save up his mana to remove the Exclusion Mage, or one of the Exclusion Mage, or whatever creature I am intending to attach the Helm of the Host on. But I could take that opportunity to just throw Ajani down and start building stuff up. I'm actually going to build up the Exclusion Mages. I think that's what I'm going to do. Make it a bit harder for him to remove. Although he is playing black, so he does have hard removal. Let's see how he's going to do it. So if he throws down the Resplendent Angel again, then I'll find myself enjoying it. So he mortified this. I might as well gain 2 life. Okay, so he could have... Oh, he did that on my turn. That's not good. We're just going to have to wait for him to make a play. So he probably has Cast Down. But I still think I'm just going to have to go for it. I think... Yeah, I think I need to do this. So he's probably going to cast... He didn't cast it down. He's done. He's done. He's absolutely done. I could just sit here and take my time at this point, I think. Yeah, I'm just going to throw down the Ajani now, and I think that... I mean, he probably has a Vraska somewhere in there. He may have to use it now. But whatever removal he's going to use now, I'm just going to have to go ahead and hit the Helm of the Host onto the second Exclusion Mage. Or my third Exclusion Mage, however I want to do it. Oh, this is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Oh, absolutely phenomenal. Okay, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. I'm not worried in the slightest. Yeah, I'll block this out. He'll create a token. I could always send that token back into hand. It's not so much of a threat. I'm not too worried. And we have Azor the Lawbringer. Wow. Wow. You know what? Yeah, let's just go for Azor. There's no need for Ajani. So you guys are seeing how enjoyable this is. I can imagine my opponent is quite frustrated at this point. This is the point typically where you'll see a conceding happening. Okay, so he's going to go for Azor, but big deal, I still have the Exclusion Mage. I do not want to throw this into hand, by the way. I don't want to give him constant renewal of his... So he creates 2 tokens if he does this. So here's the thing. I might as well trade this out anyway, because if I know this deck, he probably has Ethereal Absolution. He'll die out anyway. So we have these. We'll create 2 tokens. Fine with me. I definitely say we have the upper hand still. And we're just drawing land right now. I think I could start attacking with some of these tokens that I've created. And I might as well start getting rid of some of these tokens. You know, I'm not worried about the other stuff. I think this is good. I like this. I definitely have him in a pinch right now. So if he wastes removal getting rid of this Exclusion Mage, I could always just pop it onto the next Exclusion Mage. If by any chance he's able to kill that Exclusion Mage, then I have Cleansing Nova. And I believe that I'm going to build this up on time, so I think I'm good. So maybe I shouldn't have attacked with so many Exclusion Mages because I left my Ajani a bit open. But not to worry. Okay. So he had a Vraska anyway. Fine by me still. I do want to draw into some other creatures now. I'll even be happy with a Senate Guild Mage because I could just fix my draws a bit, gain some life. Oh, this is just glorious. Glorious indeed. Pop this off. We're going to pop this off. Yeah, we're in a very, very solid position over here. So I'm not going to attack with this in the off chance that he has Seal Away. And I don't want that happening. So we've built an army of Exclusion Mages over here. He may have a Cleansing Nova, which would work. He also could have a Settle the Wreckage, but I'm fine as there are tokens that I'm throwing down. Yeah, okay, I'm not worried. I'm not worried one bit. You probably should keep these for blocking at this point, though. That would be the smart move. Yup, so I know now. Wait a second. If I attack with everything, 3, I win the game. Okay. Good game. That was enjoyable. So you saw how that works. Helm of the Host, Exclusion Mage. Definitely a hit. Okay. Let's do that again. And Legion Guild Mage. I guess we're getting Guild Mages today. Okay. So I think we'll do that 2 more times, maybe even 3, depending on how these battles go. I do typically play this deck, as I said, a bit more defensively, so it could take a bit more longer, the games. But that wasn't too long, that first one. Okay, so Senate Guild Mages. I'll actually stick with this. I have, you know, I could always tap it, fix my cards a bit. I have a Jace Cunning Castaway. I could, if my opponent doesn't throw anything down, I could even attack with some creatures and do the same thing as the Senate Guild Mage would do for 1 mana. And once you do his ultimate -5, create 2 tokens that are copies of Jace Cunning Castaway, except they're not legendary, you're in a really good place. So, okay, so the opponent starts off with a black mana. I don't want to see a blue drop right now. Okay, so he's not playing Dimmer just yet. But look at that, another Doom Dissenter. And, yeah, I think I like where we're at. I think I'm going to go for the Jace Cunning Castaway next turn, depending on what he does, but I think that's what we're going to do. Oh, this is getting better every moment. Okay, Jace Cunning Castaway. If I create tokens of Jace Cunning Castaway, that's also going to be pretty cool. I'm just going to hang over here. He may have to take this opportunity to clear up my Senate Guild Mage. Oh, okay, he's in trouble. He missed that. I could fix a card draw if I want next turn. I think do I need to? Or I may as well gain the life. No attacks. I could always just gain the life. I'll hold on to the Cleansing Nova. Okay, I think he got mana screwed. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think this game is mine. Just like that. Just like that. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. And I'm gonna do this. I do 1 up. And I'll do 1 down. Starting to create quite the field. 2 Aether Lawbringers. Do I need 2 Aether the Lawbringers? I mean, I'm not forced into doing anything. I might as well just take my time. Yeah, I'm not forced into doing anything. I'll just gain 4 life this coming turn. I like what I have going on over here. I throw down Aether the Lawbringer. In case you guys don't know, this is his ability. When Aether the Lawbringer enters the... Yeah, he just quit. Yeah, he figured he had no shot. Not at this point. So that was 2 victories. Let's hope we'll have somewhat of a matchup this coming one. Okay, so this is round 3. We're 2-0 right now. Definitely on a roll, boys. Definitely on a roll. I think right now the arena gods are going to take their time. When I play this deck, I find that hand hate really screws me. So we don't want to see thought erasures. We don't want to see divest. We don't want to see duress. We don't want to see any of those drops. Yeah, I like this. We have a Merfolk Trickster. We have Sagro Savants. We have Exclusion Mage. We have Forbidding Spirit. We have good plays, guys. We definitely have good plays. I'm going to go for the Sagro Savant. I'm definitely going to want to fix some more land coming my way. What's this? Defender. Second. Defender. Tap an untapped creature you control. Okay. I think we may see an Arcadius right now. Or Arcades, or whatever he's called. Okay, this is perfect. Absolutely perfect. I like where we're at. I'm going to go down. Let's see what he's going to throw. He's going to throw a blue back. So maybe he's not playing what I thought he was going to be playing. Saproling Migration. Okay. Have an untitled control, add 1 mana of any. So he's going to be ramping with these guys. You know what? I might as well get rid of some of his tokens. It's akin to killing it when you get rid of it and send a token back into hand, so that's nice. He will be able to do some ramping, but next turn I have a Johnny coming my way. And no matter how wide he goes, I still have Forbidding Spirit, so I could protect a Johnny for at least 1 turn. Then I have Merfolk Trickster, which I could throw down the next turn. A Helm of the Host would be nice now as well. Okay, so that was a pretty good play on his behalf. Fungal Infection. So this is how he's going to intend to ramp. This is funny, because you don't typically see this type of ramp. What's it called? Ceruli the Caretaker. Triad. Oh well. Yeah, I think we'll start off with the Johnny. Oh, wait a second. Actually, I think I'll feel pretty good. So if I throw this down now, a Johnny, Adversary of Tyrants, let's think. If I throw down an Ajani and Adversary of Tyrants now, he'll be able to hit me for 4, which would leave him at 1. I don't want to find myself in that position. So I'm actually... No, he's probably not going to attack. This is actually an interesting position. You know what? Let's do Forbidding Spirit. This is what we're going to do. We're going to do Forbidding Spirit. I don't know if that was the right play, but I'm going to do Forbidding Spirit anyway. So at least for him to attack, he won't be able to attack this turn. I'll throw down to Johnny next turn, and at least I'll have 2 blockers available, so he won't sustain too much damage. But right now, he's going to be able to bring out something really big. I know it. He may throw down... If he throws... Okay. You know what? Sadro Savin. I feel way better if I could actually Cleansing Nova right now. Cleansing Nova is what I'm looking for. Or Settle the Wreckage. Okay. I feel good with having a Settle the Wreckage. You know what? I think I'm just going to go for the Johnny next turn. I have built up quite a defense over here. And I think I could get away with it. Depending, obviously, on what he does. If he throws down a Tender Shoot, then we will be in trouble. Because these guys are going to get jacked up. If Roscoe Golgari Queen. Destroy target non. That costs 3 or less. That's an interesting play. Okay. See what's he gonna do. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for the Merfolk Trickster, simply because I want to throw down the Johnny now. So this is a good opportunity for a Johnny. It would have been a better opportunity if my other Forbidding Spirit was still in play. I'm gonna boost up these 2 guys. Or you know what? I'm actually gonna boost up these 2 guys, because now at least I'll be able to block with him. He won't fall to a Fungal Infection. Oh wait, I guess we're gonna get a Fungal Infection right now. Actually, I forgot that the Ceruli Caretaker could actually tap these guys. Yeah, I think the Sadro Savin's gonna get Fungal Infected, which would suck. Because then I'm going to have 1 less protector of my Ajani. Alright. Oh, he kicked, actually. Okay. He has 1 card in hand. This is down to just 1. So I think his win condition is to get his emblem and then just hit me for damage, which is good that I'm playing Forbidding Spirit now. It's definitely wise that I kept the Settle the Wreckage on the top, actually. So he's going to sacrifice, probably pop one of these, get a card, gain some life. Not too pleased about that. I just don't want him to pull a Tender Shoot. If he pulls a Tender Shoot Dryad, I'm in trouble. If he comes swinging in with the Yavimaya, I'm actually going to let the Yavimaya hit. Ooh, okay. Okay. So the Yavimaya I'm going to allow hit. I will protect with the Merfolk Trickster. You know what? I'm actually not going to let it hit. I'm absolutely not going to let it hit. I'm going to block over there. I have a Settle the Wreckage, and then I have a Forbidding Spirit. I think I should be good. Okay, so we're going to go up like this again. So long as he doesn't do some direct removal right now, such as, you know, a Vraska's Contempt, I think we should be pretty good. I hope so, actually. I think I'm going to be able to get the Emblem. If I get the Emblem, I win. If I don't get... Oh, shit. Okay, it doesn't really matter. So he may do his -3, but then that'll kill off his Vraska. I don't know if he wants to do that. I still think I have the upper hand. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see if he comes to attack. So he's going to sacrifice something. Did he get rid of? He got rid of a token. Yeah, he's going to need to attack with everything. Unless he gets greedy and taps us out to bring something else out. Okay. So he's built up quite the field. But Forbidding Spirit is actually going to lock these guys down. It's not that threatening when you have Forbidding Spirit down. I do also have Settle the Wreckage in hand. He messed up. He 100% messed up. Oh, this pleases me greatly. This pleases me so greatly right now. I'm just going to sit right over here. I ain't going to do shit. And then we have Helm of the Host after all this. With Forbidding Spirit, we could see our opponent concede right after this. So long as this turn he doesn't get rid of... Okay, I don't care. Don't care. Yeah. I think this one's in the bag, boys. Settle the Wreckage. He's about to get himself 9 land. But I still don't care. I'm about to get my Emblem with Forbidding Spirit and then Helm of the Host. It's all over. It is all she wrote. So long as he doesn't have a Vraska in hand right now. Please do not have a Vraska in hand. I win. I absolutely win. I just pulled myself another Settle the Wreckage. We're definitely good. I'm just going to throw down the Forbidding Spirit because why not? Might as well get the party rolling. I actually can't conceive of a way that he wins this. I think he just hasn't accepted the inevitable. I'm going to come swinging in with everything I have at the Vraska. And once I kill that off, I'm not even threatened. What's he going to do over here? Is he going to Fungal Infect again? Fungal Infect, big deal. I'm going to hit for at least 1 damage. Oh no, actually not. He could protect out against everything. Okay. That was actually a decent play on his behalf because now he'll be able to kill this off with its -3. and then Helm of the Host won't duplicate itself on my Forbidding Spirit, because if that happens, he's definitely done for. But I'm still not worried because I'm creating all these tokens. He's not going to be able to keep up. And I have a Settled Wreckage in hand. Oh, he's definitely... He's making all the misplays in the world. I guess he's kind of hoping that he's going to get this emblem. And then with the emblem, he's just going to try to deal... Actually, by the way, I do have to be threatened. I can't take that too lightly. And that is why I'm actually going to... Wait a second, actually. Yes, I'm going to Conclave Tribunal. There's no reason to get stupid right now. I'm just going to Conclave Tribunal here. And take the Vraska. I'm going to swing in with everything I have. Yeah, I'm glad I did that because I know that that could have snuck up on me when I wasn't paying attention, and then I would have regretted that. I think that was definitely the best play of my Conclave Tribunal right now. I feel like he has another fungal infection, but big deal. I'm going to keep on creating my tokens, and he has to pay a cost to create his tokens. So right now it's just a waiting game, I think. Until my opponent... Okay. It's time to Helm of the Host on my Forbidding Spirit. And I have settled the wreckage, so definitely not worried. Definitely not too worried. Yeah, it begins. It absolutely begins. And I have another Ajani, so he won't be able to touch my Ajani. He won't be able... I'm just going to be going at this all day. He must understand the predicament he's in. There's absolutely nothing he can do. Yeah, might as well throw down an Ajani at this point. Just build this up. I think for me to speed up this game, because this guy is obviously going to make me wait around for it, the best thing for me to do is just pull for myself an Azor the Lawbringer, just fly right overhead and just take home the game that way. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. He can attack. I mean, he does have a lot of land, but he has to pay 2 for each. So he could only swing in with so many Saprolings because he only has a finite amount of mana. And I haven't... I mean, I'm keep on just producing these bad boys. Definitely producing it faster than he could keep up. I'm just going to build up these tokens over here. Just taking my time. Attack. Yeah, so it's definitely a waiting game right now. After this match, I'm going to call it for the day. This is going to take us a while. You know, maybe you'll sit through it, see the satisfaction of this victory. Maybe you'll just acknowledge that this one was in the bag. I'm a big fan of Tender Shoot. It's a real shame it's going to cycle out of rotation quite soon. I have like 3 copies of these. I actually redeemed some wild cards for it too. So that's how close to my heart it is. I wonder if he's playing the Ooze. That Ooze creature that really also boosts up. You know what? I think I may speed this. Okay, there we go. I think that's what's going to give us the game. So I may as well just start boosting that. Keep on boosting this. Alright, so it won't take as long as I thought it would. I think starting next turn, I'm just going to start swinging in with things. I want to have a Settle the Wreckage open. But this is about to get really interesting and fun. I just hope my game doesn't glitch. I'm going to go very, very wide. I'm going to do another +1, and then I'm going to go ahead and do his ultimate again. Then I'm going to be creating 6 tokens at the end of every turn. Egypt, big deal. Big deal. What could even... Okay, he could bring in a Johnny of his own, but not too worried about that. Beautiful wall thoughts. I could even mill him if I wanted to go that way. Okay. We're gonna do this. We're gonna boost this. We're gonna boost this. And I think the time is ripe to start swinging in on my attacks. So I'm gonna come in with all of this. Yeah. I'm going to swing in. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt him very badly. Oof. Could I win this turn? No, I can't win this turn. I don't have enough. Actually, maybe. Actually, maybe. Could I? Could I not? Yeah, he quit. All right. He finally accepted his fate. Anyway, that was some longer matches, so I'm not going to go another one. But you guys definitely see the theme of this deck. I think we went 3-0. This is a boss of a deck. Some people would say, oh, Omen Speaker is a bad card. Sage Row 7 is not a good card. Why you put it in the deck? But the scrying that I get from this is absolutely key to making this deck work. This is a dope-ass deck. If you have any input on how I can make it better, definitely throw it down in the comments. I was actually thinking of... what is that? I don't have a copy, but I know that it would make this deck really cool. It is called the Deputy of Detention. If I could get a Deputy of Detention into this deck, I know that it would really be OP. I don't have any copies. I'm not going to redeem for them, even though I do have some rare wild cards. I'm saving that up for the next expansion. Anyway, this was my anti-creature deck. You saw how it works. It's really fun. And I hope you enjoyed, and have a great day.